Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of The Objective. I'm your host, Jay, and this is actually episode 7 of the Let's Talk Headlines series. Again, I just want to thank you for tuning in and lending your ear for a few moments. I won't hold you too long, but I do have a couple topics that I want to dig into. The last episode, we spoke about these wiretapping claims that have been put forth by the President of the United States. And I said, call me crazy, but even for Trump to put forth claims and accusations such as this, you would think, being a rational person, and I'm talking about me, I think I'm pretty rational, you would think that the president has some sort of foundation in making those claims. It's hard for me to believe, even after knowing the way that the president operates, it's hard for me to believe that President Donald Trump would make these accusations without any inclination, just out of the blue. And in an interview with Tucker Carlson of Fox News, President Donald J. Trump stated that over the next few weeks, more information will surface about these wiretapping/surveillance claims. Now, here's my qualm with all of this. I mean, in the last episode, I did explain how I had an issue with the left-wing media being so adamant and so quick to condemn these claims without having any classified intelligence briefings or being privy to the inner workings of U.S. intelligence. It just seems strange to me that certain individuals can so quickly and so confidently deny certain claims. And that's what I had an issue with. Sean Spicer and Jim Acosta, one of CNN's reporters, I use that term lightly, got into a heated debate at the White House briefing. And Sean Spicer was asking the same question that I raise right now. How is it that you are so confident that there has been nothing done in regards to surveillance or wiretapping on the Trump Tower when you aren't privy to some of this classified information? And in the same breath, there is some rebuke for the President of the United States. No one knows why or how he came to this conclusion other than himself, his source, and those who he has chosen to divulge this information to. But in my very humble opinion, I think that it's very important for the President of the United States to at least give a shred of evidence. Because when you make claims and accusations like this without any shreds of evidence or without any reasoning or rationale, it does come across as far-fetched. Now, it may come across as far-fetched to those who have complete trust in the government and government officials. To me, for some reason, this didn't seem far-fetched because of what was revealed by Snowden in regards to the NSA running surveillance on United States citizens. This is why this didn't seem so far-fetched to me, and that's why I'm really interested in what James Comey has to say about all of this. It is very important that President Trump, when he does come out with because he does say that over the next few weeks, information will be brought forth to the American people that gives evidence of these accusations. Therefore, I am waiting patiently. But it seems like the media is not. And in a way, you have to understand where they're coming from. Now, I can clearly and openly say that I don't agree with the way that the media dismisses so quickly the fact that this could have ever happened without being privy to any of this classified information. But what I do give them credit for and understanding is the fact that when the president of the United States accuses the former president of wiretapping him and his property, you can't make a claim that has no grounding in reality. You can't make a claim like that without being able to provide and produce information that reinforces this claim. That's why I will say again, it is very important that the president and his cabinet, his inner circle, put a statement out and get this information out quickly. Because right now he is risking placing in jeopardy all the productive things that he has done while in office. Every time he does something like this or says something like this, without any backing, the left-wing media are able to overshadow the great steps that he has taken in bettering the country with most of the time unfair critique on things like these wiretapping claims. Before we end here, I just want to discuss for a little moment what transpired with Dr. Ben Carson in relation to his comment about African American slaves being immigrants. There was a huge uproar, and obviously Hollywood chimed in, individuals such as Samuel L. Jackson with less than kind words, racial slurs, derogatory words towards Ben Carson. Now, say what you will about Mr. Carson, like him or love him or hate him or be indifferent. The man isn't an evil man, and he's not a malicious man. I'm going to play a sound clip of what Dr. Ben Carson said. And then right after that sound clip, you're going to hear a familiar voice saying nearly identical words. And this just goes into the selective outrage of the left. When certain things are said on the other side of the political spectrum, the right, even if they are the same things that were said by the left, I don't know if it's trouble, or I don't know if there's trouble in deciphering or translating these messages. I don't know if the left and right speak different dialects or language, use different vernacular, or what the issue is. But for some reason, there is only outrage when individuals on the right say certain things, even if they are the same thing that their beloved candidates and pundits say. So without further ado, here's a clip.
Land of dreams and opportunity. There were other immigrants who came here in the bottom of slave ships, worked even longer, even harder for less. But they too had a dream that one day their sons, daughters, grandsons, granddaughters, great-grandsons, great-granddaughters might pursue prosperity and happiness in this land.
Life in America was not always easy. It wasn't always easy for new immigrants. Certainly it wasn't easy for those of African heritage who had not come here voluntarily, and yet in their own way were immigrants themselves. There was discrimination and hardship and poverty. But like you, they no doubt found inspiration in all those who had come before them. And they were able to muster faith that here in America, they might build a better life.
Now, I don't know what the justification or reasoning will be after hearing both of those dialogues by Dr. Ben Carson and former President of the United States, Barack Obama. But once this was surfaced and this comparison made, it almost silenced the left's outrage at Dr. Ben Carson. And then we move on to the next thing. It's sad, really. And that's why I believe it is our job, both liberals and conservatives, to be intellectually honest, politically responsible, to be straight across the board, outrage where outrage is due, credit where credit is due. It is our job to be objective. We don't want to get caught up in the sensationalism that is so often portrayed and pushed in order to give the real issues that we face as a country a backseat. There's a lot of theatrics and facades, misplaced righteousness, justifying entitlement that is plaguing the West. And it's my prayer and hope that the country can come together and unify, because right now the country is so fragmented in beliefs, in thoughts, in philosophies, in ideologies, and nothing is wrong with a variety of thought. Nothing is wrong with a variety of ideology, but may that ideology be based in reality and truth. Do not let your ideology be based on feelings. That's like building your house on a sandy land. That's like building your house too close to the shore. May your ideologies be rooted and grounded on a stern foundation, so that when the winds and the waves of critique, of doubt, of outright hatred, when those things come and beat on your ideas and your thoughts, because you're built on a foundation that is solid, it will stand tall, it will stand true, and it has no other option but to be respected. Thank you so much for listening today. May it be our objective to be objective. Have a good night.